Super Bowl.
But we got this. Here we go. First
Yes.
up on the list is none other than SNOOP, Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, we're talking about the halftime show. Why don't you just give a recap of the show as you think?
I don't think anybody needs. You're gonna get a recap while we do it.
All
First
right.
up to bat.
I want to give it a credit. I thought it was awesome.
Snoop,
Well done.
I mean, it was amazing, and I'll get to that at the end. Snoop Dogg is first. Here we go.
It's the one and only Digo Double G. Snoop Dogg. You know what happened with the D.R.E.
Yeah. Y'all know what this is. So can y'all make some noise for my man Snoop Dogg? Come on, louder, y'all, louder.
Top dog, bottom all, yeah, I'm burning
This is
it
the
up.
start of halftime show.
I mean, it's just Snoop on top of a White House.
Right.
It's so good.
Low life, your life, boy, we giving it up. Taking chances while we dancing in the party for show. Slip my girl by 44 and she crept in the back door.
Okay, I'm pausing it. So what I loved about all this is so much. One, I'm a big Dr. Dre fan, have been for a long time. So he basically brought the whole cast of Aftermath that came after Death Row and put them on. So up first we got Snoop. We had Mary J. Blige. We had 50 Cent, Kendrick and Lamar. Darren, you pointed out somebody who I did not notice at all.
Yeah.
None other
Anderson Paak of Silk Sonic fame
and
was
Silk
the drummer
Sonic
on stage.
is
Yeah.
under Aftermath Records, which I didn't know. So
Right.
Anderson Paak is out there.
And just give some context. So, Death Row Records was Suge Knight, who was straight up criminal and gangster, and he was part of NWA, which is what made Dr. Dre famous. Dr. Dre got escaped from that nightmare, started his own record label, and here we are.
And here we are, and he took all his boys with him, and this is such a big moment. I really feel to have Dr. Dre on this type of stage, and I think he deserves it because they really said, like, this is Dr. Dre's show, is what
Right.
it felt like, and he's inviting his whole cast that he pushed through because he really changed a whole
100%.
generation of music. Let's listen to the next, who's one of our favorites, Darren.
Yeah.
Maybe one of my, if not one of my favorite rappers of all time. Mr. starts with an E. Mr. Mr. Mathers.
Oh, I will say this unequivocally: he is the GOAT. Eminem is the greatest rapper who's ever lived.
And what I love about this is they all really gave Dre the moment. It really felt like Dre's show, and I
Well,
thought that was
Dre
awesome.
and Eminem are genuine friends.
They
Yeah.
are, but it's just like to do that. I mean, these are the biggest guys, some of the biggest rappers in the world of all time,
Right.
some of the biggest stars in the world of all time, and it really felt like they're like, Dre, this is you, man. Like we'll take our moments, we're gonna take our shine, but you're gonna get the last laugh.
Yeah.
I loved seeing that. Let's keep going. We got a little bit of M, a little bit of Marshall Mathers.
Who's 49 years old now, which is weird.
You could actually hear him at the end of that talking.
They're piping in crowd noise right here. I hate it.
A lot of pipe noise,
I
crowd
hate it.
noise. It's hard.
Sees everything you ever wanted.
It's also a really big, loud crowd, so they might have had trouble.
Just let it slip.
That's such a lie that like anyone in the 90s knows.
But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud. He opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking how? Everybody's joking now. The clock's run out. Time's up.
Get it down.
Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes
If this doesn't get you pumped up, I feel bad for you.
I also feel bad for you,
Yeah.
son.
gravity. Knows the old back to these ropes. It don't matter. He's dope.
Okay, we're gonna pause and we're gonna keep going. Darren, I think we talked a lot about Eminem. We both obviously love him. There were some other cast members as well. I actually really liked Kendrick's. I don't know as much about Kendrick, but it was very like a lot of nerve. He didn't put much behind him. He was obviously doing.
Well,
singing
he's
it.
also the youngest by a good. He's 34.
Yep.
So if this was supposed to be a legend to the hip hops, and I think that we should skip the song breakdown and just talk about this show and these people and our time left. But so let's go through. It was Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, Kendrick Lamar, and 50 Cent.
Anderson
Now,
Paak.
those are all stellar names
Yeah.
and deserving to be on the sort of legend of hip hop. The fact that they're all on one record label is inconsequential to me.
It
The only-
speaks to who Dre is, though, to bring that all together.
Yeah. Oh, it would have made it easier, I'm sure.
Yeah.
The only one that I sort of raise an eyebrow with is Mary J. Blige because she is straight R&B to me versus hip hop. But Dr. Dre, for you guys that don't know, Dr. Dre was a part of a rap band in the late 80s, early 90s called NWA. You can Google what that stands for. There was 4 of them. There was a movie that came out a few years ago called Straight Outta Compton. That movie did not do them justice, if you ask me. I was in college when they came out, and they were the first to really break through hip-hop to white suburbanite teenage kids. You can't count Beastie Boys, which I listened to back in the day. And they were the first to take rap and hip-hop from the sort of fun-loving LL Cool J and Beastie Boys and Kool Moe Dee and Sir Mix-a-Lot and talk about real raw things, NWA, and they were super disruptive in a positive way, and they're a major band. And they're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which I have two minds of because they're not rock and roll. Though if you think rock and roll is spirit, then NWA definitely belongs in there. And Dr. Dre is an amazing
against the
story.
System. I mean, their rhythms and too a lot of times what I love about Dre is I do think his beats were monumental in pushing it forward, and they have a little bit of an R&B and rock vibe to them a lot of the times, which is cool. And I get it.
I go back, Whitney Houston's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But anyway, but Dr. Dre
I digress.
left a very unfortunate situation in his solo career. Started his own record label, completely brand new. Left all money on the table. All of his rights to NWA he gave to Suge Knight because Suge Knight is in prison for beating people up mercilessly. But anyway, started his own record label. Then he went on to start Beats, the company that makes headphones, right? That is, every kid I know has Beats. I mean, he is damn near a billionaire, and he's self-made. This guy is real.
Oh.
If you don't know who Dr. Dre is, then just trust me.
Yeah.
He and I. One thing I love about this show is Dr. Dre, Eminem, Snoop. I'm all roughly their same age. I'm only a couple of years away from all those guys. Yeah. So I listened to them. And I missed that rap from that time period.
For sure. It was fantastic. Yeah. In fact, I think he should get the last laugh, so I'm going to play the beginning of his last part at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll give Dre the last one. I mean, everyone knows that.
Still Snoop Dogg and D.R.E.
Guess who's back?
I see you still doing it. Make some noise for Dr. Dre.
It's still Dre Day. AK. Though I'm growing up, I can keep it home a lot. Cause when I frequent the spots that I'm known to rock, you hear the bass from the truck when I'm on the block.
I mean, okay, we'll stop there. We'll give him the last laugh. Everybody, we're on that 30-minute mark. But that song is even relevant right now. Still Dre. It's basically, I still got it. It's still me and Snoop. It's still everybody else. And we're not any different than who we were when we started this, when we talked about what you talked about. How they changed a whole generation.
They
how
did.
They made a whole movement. And they truly were. And they're still that. And anyone that wants to talk bad about that, these guys are in my true artist category.
Me too.
They should go down in the record books as some of the greats.
And this is from a guy who loves country music and classic rock. Those guys were the bomb. They still are.
They did it. They still are. I'm Micah. This is Darren. I hope you guys enjoy this special edition Super Bowl show that we had going on for you guys. It felt very pertinent to talk about, and of course, it had some amazing music. So as always, we love hanging out with you guys, and we look forward to next week.
Love you guys. Happy February.
Later, everybody.